Hello, hello, beautiful souls. Just a quick video. This is a just a follow-up to this morning's free reading session, and I had a handful of, I think, just eight individuals I didn't get to, so I wanted to come back on real quick and just um, not rush through them, but give you some answers. So there's no chat in this because I'm not taking any new readings requests for this session, but I'll be back in about less than 4 hours for my evening session at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, and tomorrow morning as well at 11 a.m. Mountain Time if you want to join me then. If you attended this morning's session and your name isn't listed in the description box of the video that I'll put in the reading the names here after I'm done, then that means I did complete you in the morning session. All right, so let's get into it. We had left off here with Scorpio 1180. So thanks for your patience in getting to your reading. And I am well. I hope you are doing well. You want to know about Robert? Will he be taking any actions towards you? And if he has any underlying feelings that he isn't telling you? Let's take a look and see what we got here. All right. So what is happening here? Well, I don't feel like they're going to be taking actions really soon here. There's a lot on their mind. They're really, this Three of Pentacles is about being true to their authentic self. And this Nine of Swords, they got a lot of, this is the Nightmare and Insomnia card here. And this is a lot of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, a lot of fears that are tied to things here. And they're trying to be true to themselves. They're trying to express themselves, but there's all these fears that are keeping them from that right now. So I don't feel like there's going to be taking actions here. Too much fear is keeping them kind of in freeze mode as they're really on this journey with this Three of Pentacles of trying to discover who is their authentic self, what is it they truly want, and they're just, the Three of Pentacles, they have those two individuals on that. They have the artist who's creating everything, and then the two people, they're the praiser and the punisher, is what Spirit shared with me. And that they are, they're the ones that get us off our authentic path. And all those swords, all those Nine of Swords are from those individuals, usually from the punisher of, you don't want to do that. That's where we have the, I don't want to feel that way again. So I'm creating these rules, right? And then there's the the praiser who, you good. So I give you praise and reward for doing what I want you to do. Still creates, I love reward, so I create, rules around getting rewarded, right? So both of those are the source of these angsts, these fears of rejection, these fears of losing support. And so they're in this place right now of just kind of, I feel like they're just frozen like a little rabbit that's just like, I don't want to move because I'm gonna either lose praise or get punished. And this isn't specifically with you. I feel like it's in their life. They're just in this place of like, "Ugh, I just can't deal with it," and they're just kind of shut down, is what I feel, but like frozen. They're just sitting really still. If I sit still, no one will see me. And that's kind of, I feel like, what's going on with them right now. So they're not taking action. They're really doing a lot of thinking up here about all of these fears um, and looking at those things. So that's what's coming in for you, Scorpio. Hopefully that resonates there for you. But that's what's coming in. So many blessings to you. And then Alexis, you are up next. What does this Leo think about you? So what does this Leo think about you? What do you want Alexis to know about what this Leo is thinking? All right. All right. Well, they are thinking about you, right? They have the Knight of Swords. There's this movement and thought here. It's one of the faster moving, not the fastest, but not the slowest either of the knights. So, and this is, swords are thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. So we do have the pursuit of seeing things from a higher perspective, a way of thinking and changing things here. So they are very contemplative. And it's around this Four of Pentacles, which is the Four of Pentacles is like feelings of home, feeling of stability in the outside world. And I think is this what came up with them before? Because I feel like this feels like, yeah, this is what they've been going through. It just feels like you know it. If we didn't pull cards on this before, the feeling that they're giving me is like, yeah, I know. They're all concerned about their physical world, trying to find safety, trying to find security, trying to make things set in the outside world, and then they make movement. Then they, allow certain, romance and partnerships and things into their life. But I feel like they're so focused on the structure of the outside world that it's more financial, it's more possession, it's more situational than it is from the heart. Like, oh, I want to have love and blah blah blah. And like, no, I need in order to have love, I have to have this home built first kind of thing. That's the kind of energy that's coming in right now with this Leo. I just feel like they're really distracted about the abundance and money and prosperity and structure of the outside world. That's what's coming through. So that's what they have for you right now, Alexis. Um, which it's like their precursor. It's like they feel like have to have this is step A. They have to have step A, step B, step C, and then step D is when they're allowed to their heart's allowed to feel and act, if that makes sense. All right. So many blessings to you. And then Shika, you are up next. So you want to know so I want to know, as you were given one license exam on January 20th, will you clear the exam and how much chance are there? Okay. Well, you had one card come out and you've got the Sun card. So the Sun card is one of the most beneficial, glorious signs here. So this is saying that it is definitely a positive result with all of this. And so it does feel like this would be a yes. Very simple, easy. One card came flying out. It's one of the most yes, abundant, successful cards there. So I would say that the chances are very good and that it's a yes that's there. So I definitely feel like you will clear the exam. So congratulations. All right. And that's what they have for you. So many blessings. And then Kelsbreek, hey, you are up next. So why is this Virgo so distant towards you? Will he ever reach out? Let's take a look. Based on current energies, um, we'll ask if he'll ever reach out. But what's going on with them and will he ever reach out? Let's see what we got here. What is happening? Oh, okay. All right. So he's acting distant. So there's a lot of conflicting energies that are going on right now within them. This does transform. The number 5 is movement of energy from something fearing, fearful and conflicting to something more loving and kind here. So they've got this conflict that's happening in their life, and I don't feel like it's towards you. I just feel like it's in their life. They've got like almost every one of these individuals represents like some area of their life that's attacking them. They feel like they're being attacked by this and by that and by this and by that. And they're just like, ugh, I got so much going on. I'm just exhausted, right? But I do feel here that things do, once things transform, with that 5 transform, you have the Knight of Wands, so there is movement and they will reach out here. I just feel like they have to get through this conflict and through all the stuff that's happening here. Then the fastest moving knight out of them all, then it comes in like out of the blue, out of nowhere. It's like, oh, there you are. Welcome back. And they're like, sorry, my life was hell and I just didn't have the energy and I didn't want it to take it on you. I just didn't have the energy um, to have filters up and I didn't want it to impact you. And I'm sorry that I was distant or whatever. It's that kind of thing that comes in there. So I like it. And that's what's coming in for you, Kelsbreek. So many blessings to you. All right. And up next, we had Aisha Sharif. Thank you so much for being a new subscriber, and so sorry about the delay. um, The free readings are first come, first serve. So if you ever want to have it prioritized, like I mentioned, there's always the option to, um, make a donation of any kind, and then you're prioritized and moved ahead. Otherwise, we get in line, right? All right, so let's take a look here. You wanted to know Salman's feelings for you. All right. Well, we definitely have uh very internal energy. We've got the nine, the major nine with the hermit, and the nine of swords. So their feelings for you right now, they feel very pulled back, very restrictive, like they're in this inner journey. Something to do with the interactions with you are making them face these fears. This is the nightmare and insomnia card. These are all these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. And I feel like there's a lot of fear around relationships, around failing, around not being good enough. There's a lot of this goes back to their childhood. Has little to do with you. It was all in place before they met you. But I do feel like they need to step back, and they're stepping back and they're really looking at all these fears of, what if I'm making the right choice? What if? A lot of fears of making wrong choices, making decisions, failing, falling short. What will people say? What will people think? What do you think? What about blah, 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 blah? All this, that's why they're having this insomnia, they're having trouble sleeping, so much on their mind that they're concerned about. And then what that means is they probably grew up with a long list of expectations from parents about this is what a relationship is supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, must be, blah, 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 right? It's a long list, and they're like, oh my God, I'm gonna let them down. I'm not gonna, there's so much pressure around relationship and everything that they definitely have feelings that are there, otherwise they wouldn't be even caring about it, right? So it's a good sign, even though they're kind of going through their own little personal hell in their mind, all these thoughts and beliefs, but they're caught up in here. So with that hermit card, if you feel like they're withdrawn, and with both of these nines, they are in a very reflective period here. And I do feel like with as much, I don't know, as much fear as I don't feel like it's just you. I feel like there's all this other stuff in their life too, like their job, their education, their home, their money, blah, 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 blah. There's like all of this is hitting all at the same time. And it's really causing them to be a bit overwhelmed. That's why they have so much on their mind. And you're part of all that. But I feel like they need to face those things. And the 9 is a good card because it's almost to the 10 where they're like it's endings. 9 is endings, but 10 is the end and beginning. And so they're close to like letting a lot of these fears go, but I feel like it's going to be a little while yet before they're able to get that out of their head, if that makes sense. So that's what they have for you, Aisha. Hopefully it was worth the wait. Hang in there, my dear, and many blessings to you. Hopefully we'll see you around some more. All right. So, Shay B, you are up next, and you'd like a love reading for next month. So let's take a look here and see. What is this love? What do they want you to know about love for February, right? Okay. So you do have so sorry, excuse me. I'm getting all choked up about it, Shay. I'm just kidding. You got the 7 of Cups. So there is a lot of emotional choice going on here in February. Also, mental changes. And this all has to do here. Spirit really wanting you to return to this being true to your authentic self here, because the 3 of Pentacles is that. This is people trying to influence you and who you are and from the past, right? That's where all these 10 of swords, supposed to, shoulds, need tos, have tos, must. And I love the 10 because this is like we were just talking about a moment ago. The 9 of swords is like it's like we're almost exhausted enough to go, screw this. I don't want to worry about it anymore. But the 10 of swords is I'm stick another sword in me. I'm done. They're not dead. They're exhausted. They're looking over here at the sun rising. And the 10 of swords is like, I'm tired of trying to live up to what everyone else is telling me I'm supposed to be, should be, need to be as an artist, as a love artist, because this is a love reading. you're wanting to be free of all these limitations, and that's what's bringing all this confusion is because you're told, well, someone's telling you, no, this is love. No, this is love. No, this is love. No, this is love. You have all these people telling you all these emotions around love and what it's supposed to be and all these rules around it, but you're wanting to be free and allow yourself to choose and be you. And February is a big month of clarity that comes in for you and realizing all these thoughts and beliefs you have around who you're supposed to be in a relationship, who they're supposed to be in a relationship, what's a relationship supposed to look like, how you're supposed to meet, how is it supposed to unfold, where is it supposed to, should, need to, have to end up, blah, 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 blah. That's where all these restrictions come in. It sucks the life out of a relationship because there's so much fear of failing it, right? But there's this freedom that comes from all this that you're getting this emotional clarity in February. You're getting this mental clarity in February. You're able to really step up and be true to your authentic self. And I feel like where it leads you is, you know, instead of your hobby being finding love, your hobby is living your passions, doing things you love, and doing things you love is where you meet love, because they have a joint passion, the same as yours. So I like this for you. But that's what's coming in for you, Shaby, right now for February. I like it. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Mizrak Bayin, you are up next. And I apologize if I'm mispronouncing your name. So thank you for your patience. And he wanted a general reading for February. Let's take a look. What else does Spirit want you to know? All right. About February. So you got these 3 cards coming in. Wow, look at this. All this royalty. So February does bring you both. You have the King of Swords who rolls over swords, but all the kings are given a second portion of swords. So a lot of learning, a lot of education, maybe even higher movement, right? In education, if you're wanting to study anything or whatever, this definitely comes in here. And you got the King of Pentacles too. So the king rolls over the outside world, but all the kings, second portion. So 3 portions of thinking here, one of groundedness and one of abundance. And so I feel like February brings you a lot of awareness, seeing things from a higher perspective around your worth and what does success mean. A lot of clarity coming in with all that. You also have the high priestess. So she's very, very, of course, all about emotion. But she is able to step back, connect higher to the higher realms, go behind the veil, dive deeper into all these emotions down here. So there's a lot of unseen and unknown that also comes to pass here. And I like this. There's a lot of clarity, both emotional clarity, empathic, spiritual, and psychic clarity that comes in, messages that give you a lot of this clarity about what you want in life. But you've got, this is divine feminine energy, but you got a lot of divine masculine. So this is about being aware of and open to receiving information and guidance in February. But with these kings, that is a lot about the divine masculine energy of about taking action around thought and belief and story you're putting in the world and what actions that you are taking in the outside world with all that pentacle energy too. So I feel like February is this month of um, ahas, both of the mind and just of this, what I'd call a knowing. There's knowledge and then there's wisdom that comes in, and this knowingness of this wisdom that I feel comes in here for you. So I feel like it is a lot of awareness, and like I said, a month of clarity in those directions. So that's what they want you to know right now regarding that month. So many blessings to you. And then the last reading for this session. Hopefully, I didn't miss anyone. If I did, I will be back. Like I said, in about 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours. So join me then. If I did miss you, great biggest apologies. But if you're not on this list, definitely check out the first session because I got through a lot of free readings in that session too. All right. So Bhumika, you are my final reading. And it says, what is Yash thinking about you and your relationship after your meeting on the 25th? All right, let's take a look here. So, what is Yash thinking about you? His current thoughts, and what about your relationship? All right. All right. So, what is he thinking about you? Well, they're going back and forth here, and of course, there's this, you know, whenever you have like the Two of Pentacles is like, all right, they're thinking this, they're thinking this, they're going back and forth, and they're thinking about things, and so definitely got a lot of stuff churning, and this is balancing of the outside world, because you can see here, even though there's all this wavy. Rough sea in the background, they're having this balance here that's coming in. And so they're thinking through things, um, contemplating things, and that's why there's this going back and forth with that. As far as the relationship, yeah, they have the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is this kind of inner hermit's journey. They're looking at considering their independence, which is interesting because, a relationship, it's like, well, all right, so what's my foundation in my relation to my worth to the outside world? Who am I? Finding this, you know, I want to say it's like finding independence, understanding their financial independence, who they are, what they're wanting in the outside world. So it's kind of this inner reflection to find out what is it that I truly want. And the Five of Wands is this energy of transformation too, something that starts off with some fearful, conflicting energy into something that's more loving that comes in here. So, it does feel all this energy coming together here, Bhumika. It's like, all right, here we go. Okay, I got to think this out. I got to figure out things. What's going on? There's a lot of um, nervousness of, okay, this is a very important thing. And, I got to figure it out. Is this really what I want? I don't want to, my decisions impact people. So I don't want to make a choice that isn't something I want, isn't something that's best for everyone. So that's why they're trying to weigh everything out, if that makes sense. So it's good. It definitely doesn't feel like, well, after you met and you're looking at a relationship and stuff, you're like, no, I don't want it. There is this um they're thinking about everything. They're going through the process of, is this what's best for everyone kind of energy. So that's good. I love that they're a thinker and they're not just a fly by the seat of their pants. They're someone who weighs things out. And it's good because if this does end up in marriage and if it ends up where you're going, then there's like this, well, good. I like someone with a good head on their shoulders, not someone who's just, "Bleh," So I like that. Too funny. All right. But that's what they have for you right now, Bumika. So hang in there, my dear. And many blessings to you. And everyone, just remember as you're going throughout every second of every day of your life, that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, much love to you. Hang in there. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. And we'll see you soon. Take care.